Okay, so in our mentor sentence, we did parts of speech yesterday, we checked with each other. We're going to show you today. This is going to be the last week where I'm going to show you. I'm going to start grading it starting next week. So use nice handwriting so I can read things. Same will be true for the revision and imitation. Okay, I'm going to grade those too, which shouldn't be that bad, but I do need to be able to read them. So you have to write carefully when you do this. Don't slop it down. Yes?
Are we supposed to write that again?
No. You're going to tell me what to write up above. All right, somebody start me off. Tell me a word that I should write in. What part of speech it is. Zoe, go ahead.
Or is a conjunction.
Or is a conjunction. So we can just put, that's not going to work. So we can put C-O-N-J for that. Okay? And we said that was unusual because the sentences usually don't start with conjunctions. Liam, what's another thing?
Rock is a noun because it's like a rock.
There you go. Rock is a noun. All right. Remember, if you are incorrect, what should you be doing? Changing it, right? Okay. Brody, what do you got?
Side is a noun.
Okay. The side is actually a noun.
Trail is a noun. It's a thing.
Trail is also a noun. Whoops. I wrote trail instead of noun. That's not helpful.
No.
It's not even a part of speech. There we go. All right. Go ahead, me or William.
Long and steep are adjectives.
Okay, long and steep are both adjectives. What are they describing?
They're a trail.
Okay, remember, adjectives are words that describe nouns. So it's a trail, but we don't know much about it until we hear that it's a steep trail. Now it did this, didn't it? It went trail, steep trail, and if it's a long trail, okay? So it just changed the trail, didn't it? Okay, it modified the word trail. Okay, what's another thing we know? Liam.
Mossy is an adjective.
Mossy, also an adjective. What's the thing that's mossy?
The rock is mossy.
There you go. So that's an adjective. Okay. What else do we know? Jordan.
They and the are
Okay. Article adjectives. Okay. So article adjective. Article adjective. Article adjective. A, N, and the are the article adjectives. They are boring. All right. Declan, you got one?
Isn't of a preposition?
It is. Of is a preposition. And actually, I knew that of was a preposition, and I knew that prepositions are part of prepositional phrases, and they always end with a noun, don't they? Of a long, steep trail is a prepositional phrase, isn't it? Okay? What else do we know? Fletcher.
Big is an adjective.
Big is an adjective. What's it describing?
The rock.
The rock. It's not just a mossy rock, it's a big rock. Also an adjective. All right, what else? Calvin, what do you got? You is a pronoun? Huh? Oh, I didn't think I did it, but go ahead. You is a pronoun. I'm just going to put PRO for pronoun. Kind of a long word. What do we got? We only have a few words left. Colton.
By is a preposition.
By is a preposition. It's another reason I knew that side was a noun, because it has to end, the prepositional phrase ends with a noun. So by the side is a prepositional phrase. Okay? By the way, these are describing the rock because it's telling where the rock is. Okay? except for people that aren't raising their hands. Avery.
Find is a verb.
Find is a verb. I'm glad you did that one first. We only have the word might left. What is it? Brody, what is it?
It's a helping verb.
Okay, might is a helping verb. So put H period V. And we will look at, let's do it real quick. Grab your Shirley English thing, and there's a whole jingle of just about helping verbs.
Just helping verbs.
Yep. I think it's the 29, there's 29 maybe helping verbs? Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong one.
I think it's 28.
Is it the 28 helping verbs?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because that's
No, see.
23.
Well, let's find it and find out.
Yeah, 23.
All right. So have that out. And it is, what jingle number is it? Not sure what jingle number is it?
13.
Okay, so find jingle 13. And jingle 13 is called. Can you put it on your desk so I can see it too? Jingle 13.
Jingle 13, the 23
Alright. Hang on, I'm trying to get there. Alright, jingle 13 is called the 23 helping verbs of the mean lean verb machine. Now, that means that everything we're going to have in this one are helping verbs. They are words that are put in front of a verb to just help it. Okay? It can't be by itself, like, or you might, a big. That doesn't make sense. You can't say this either. Or you find a big rock. Now, you could do that, but they wanted to add something with it. Might find a big rock. Okay? All right, let's go ahead. And here's how this one goes. These 23 helping verbs will be on my test. You're not really going to have the helping verb test. They're just saying you need to know these things. Okay? They're using that as it's important to know these. These 23 helping verbs will be on my test. I've got to remember them all. I've got to remember them so I can do my best. I'll start out with 8 and finish with 15. Just call me the mean lean verb machine. There are 8 be verbs that are easy as can be. Now, when it says the be verbs, the word be is a helping verb. And these are all actually forms of that same word. You know how we had this? Oops. Bad, worse, worst. And they're all the word bad, even though these start with W's. There is the same kind of thing with the be verbs. These are all helping verbs that can kind of be used in place of be, depending on what your nouns are and what your verbs are. Okay? So, we do this. There are 8 be verbs that are easy as can be, and am, is, are, was, and were. Am, is, are, was, and were. Am, is, are, was, and were. Altogether now, the 8 be verbs. Am, is, are, was, and were, be, being, and been. Am, is, are, was, and were, be, being, and been. So there's 8 verbs right now, helping verbs. Am, is, are, was, were, be, being, been. Okay? Then it goes, there are 23 helping verbs, and I've recited only 8. That leaves 15 more that I must relate. The combination of me reading upside down and not having, like if I wore my glasses, it wouldn't help. I have to be close for my glasses. I'm a little too close. Okay? All right, that leaves 15 more that I must relate. Has, have, and had, do, does, and did. Has, have, and had, do, does, and did. Might, must, may. Might, must, may. Knowing these verbs will save my grade. Can and could, would and should. Can and could, would and should. Shall and will. In record time, I did this drill. I'm the leader, me, verb, machine, still. And that's just kind of how it goes. All right? Now, we can go through this again sometime, but all those things are helping verbs, so that when you kind of see them, you can just mark them as helping verbs. All right? I just want to double check something to make sure I'm right and that you're right. It is a helping verb. Okay, just double check. All right. What I would like you to do now is, in your mentor book, today is the revision day. So you're going to make 4 changes to the sentence. The sentence needs to keep its same meaning. You're just changing a word. If you want to do this part on a piece of paper, you can have it. Do you want to get a piece of paper? All right? Somebody tell me a word that maybe you're not going to change. Because there's really not like a synonym or a word you could switch it that would mean the same thing. Go ahead. Say it again. Of. You might not change of unless you come up with a different preposition, but probably that's a weird one to change.
Which one is it?
Go ahead.
You might not change the or.
Okay, you might not change the conjunction or, because that's going to change it. If you say and, it kind of changes things, and but would change it too, wouldn't it? Okay? You might be able to say something like, so you might find, but that might sound weird too. So, probably not going to change that one. What else probably won't you change? Liam?
You might not want to change rock.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you could find a word that means about the same as a rock. Okay? So, you could probably find something.
I'm going to change steep, though.
I don't know. I think you could find something that would mean the same thing as steep.
I don't think so. Like steep.
I don't know. We'll have to see. Some people might change it. You might not change it. Some people might. You could change that one. Yes? A, you're probably not going to change. Or the, right?
Yeah.
Okay? Now, here's the thing. You might do this, though. By the side, could you come up with a different prepositional phrase to take the place of by the side? Okay. If you can do that, count that as one change. If you come up with a prepositional phrase that means the same thing as by the side, count that as just one change, even though you might change 3 different words. Okay, that's just one change. Yes?
I think you can change you.
Probably not you. Only because it's a preposition that, a pronoun, and the person is talking to you. Yep.
You might be able to change find.
Yep, you could change find, right? Okay, you could probably change big. You could probably change this whole prepositional phrase, right? Mossy, you might be able to do long, trail, okay? You might be able to do a different helping verb there, okay? That means about the same as mine. Okay, take some time now to rewrite the sentence, make at least 4 changes, underline your changes, and then we'll look at those changes you might have made tomorrow.